Alright, so this is the second flipped classroom video that we're going to be doing. This is required watching, so hopefully you are watching this Thursday night, October 2nd. This is due Friday, October 3rd. You also have the guided notes worksheet that you're going to be filling out while I go through this slide. The first thing I want you to do is to pause the video, so hit pause, everyone knows how to do that, and draw the diagram that's in the upper left-hand corner. So I will wait while you guys pause it and draw the diagram. Good, so now you have hit play. That means the diagram is on your paper and you're ready to go. We're going to go through some definitions. These are definitions that you need to write down on your paper. If I say other things that you think should be down, then write those in the bottom where it says notes. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is a transversal. Number 1 on your guided worksheet tells you to define two parallel lines. So that's something you know how to do, and we have an example here. Line WX and line YZ are parallel lines. And then there's another line that's intersecting them. That's line AB. And in this case, line AB is the transversal. A transversal is a line that crosses two or more other lines. So in this case, our lines are parallel. It's crossed by a third line. That line is the transversal. And notice, when the transversal crosses through the two lines, it creates 8 angles, and I numbered them 1 through 8. The 4 angles between the two lines are called interior angles. Remember that interior means inside. So the 4 angles inside the two parallel lines are interior angles. In this question, or in this diagram, the angles are 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are the angles that are in between or inside the parallel lines. At any point in this video, please feel free to pause it so that you can write down the definitions. You need to have these definitions for class tomorrow because these are going to be your notes. I'm not going to spend time letting you copy them in class. The next thing, the 4 angles outside the two parallel lines are called exterior angles. Exterior meaning outside. So it only makes sense that the angles that are outside the lines are called exterior angles. In this case, angles 1, 2, 7, and 8. The next definition we're going to talk about are alternate angles. So alternate, think about what that means. You should have heard that word before. Alternate angles are on opposite sides of the transversal, are congruent. They are both interior and exterior. So the two important ones that we're going to talk about are alternate exterior angles and alternate interior angles. So let's first look at the alternate exterior angles. So we pick an angle that's one of our exterior angles. That's going to be angle 1. I've put the red mark on angle 1. So alternate, that means on the other side of the transversal. So the angles on the other side of the transversal are 2, 4, 6, and 8. The alternate exterior angle to 1 is angle 8. Because these are alternate exterior angles, they are congruent, they are equal. So angle 1 is equal to angle 8. Now with my blue marker, I'm going to mark the other 2 angles that are alternate exterior angles. So we have angle 2, and alternate and exterior, the other exterior angle is angle 7. So therefore, angle 2 is equal to angle 7. So that's how alternate exterior angles work. Alternate interior angles, same idea. So angle 3, we go across the transversal. So take like a dotted line, we're going across the transversal. And the alternate interior angle to angle 3 is angle 6. Therefore, angle 3 is congruent to angle 6. They have the same measurement. And along those same lines, angle 4 is congruent to angle 5 because they are alternate interior angles. You need to know what this vocabulary is. We're going to use it anytime something says justify your answer. You need to know these phrases. So if on a test you write that angle 3 equals angle 6 and it says why, you need to write because they are alternate interior angles. That's your justification. The last thing we're going to look at on this slide is corresponding angles. So corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal and are congruent. So 1 corresponds to 5, 2 corresponds to 6, 3 corresponds to 7, 4 corresponds to 8. If you look at this and if you watch, I'm going to take angles 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm literally going to shift them down. And look, they fit perfectly right over 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 just correspond to those bottom 4 angles, and they're exactly the same. So 1's equal to 5, 2's equal to 6, 3 to 7, and 4 to 8. But also, we can say some other things now too. Because 1 is equal to 5, but 1 is also equal to 8, isn't 5 also equal to 8? If they're both equal, they must be true. Also, what kind of angles are angle 5 and angle 8? So I'm looking at angle 5 and angle 8. We learned a new phrase today. What kind of angles are those? They're formed by the same 2 lines and they're across from each other, so they are vertical angles. So yes, they are congruent. Angle 5 is congruent to angle 8. So I'm going to flip to the next slide now. And what I'm going to want you to do is to draw this figure, and I'm going to want you to list all of the corresponding angles, all the alternate exterior angles, all the alternate interior angles. I want you to do this in the back of your guided notes sheet. And then the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you that angle 4 is 125 degrees. And your challenge is going to be to figure out the other 7 angles. So all I did was give you 1 angle, and I want you to figure out the other 7. Make sure you come to class tomorrow with that on the back of your paper. Please also come in with any questions you may have. Your note sheet has to be filled out, otherwise you're getting a 0 on this homework, and you're going to be lost in class, because we're going to move fast tomorrow. We're going to finish lesson 5B, and we're going to have a unit exam next week. You need to come prepared with questions so that I can help you. Other than that, I hope you're having a great Thursday night, and I'll see you in class tomorrow.